Welcome back. In this episode we're going to tackle an old funky kitchen and give it a facelift. So we'll get started by prepping the old tile, removing some old adhesive and cleaning up the area and get it ready for installing our vinyl floating floor system. This is a simple click together type of vinyl floor that you can find at most box stores, and it was great for durability, easy to maintain, and did not break the bank. Just like any floating floor, this floating floor also requires a 1/4 inch gap around the border for expansion and contraction. And then here you'll see I'm just making a simple angled cut. I think this one was about 30 degrees, and that was only so that it could fit into the foot of the cabinet there at the corner of the kitchen. And for those of you who are not familiar with putting in this sort of floor, these tools that you see here, both the beater block on the left and then the angled bar, will allow you to get into all of those tight spaces within a 1/4 inch up against your cabinets and inside of the corners, etc. And there you can see I'm just knocking those seams together tightly. So you'll notice that the countertop is covered in plastic, and at this point I had already removed the old melamine countertops and sink and replaced those old countertops with some new butcher block style countertops. And we went with an overmount old style porcelain sink. Here's a quick look at the counter prior to sanding. This is an end piece on rollers, sort of a floating cabinet, if you will, that is going to help finish out the kitchen to the left side of the stove. For the backsplash, we just went with a bright white, simple subway tile. And here you'll see I am installing that subway tile with a simple acrylic adhesive that can be applied directly to the drywall. It's always recommended to clean the drywall well and get any old adhesive or lumps or bumps off of there, of course. But this was a good way to go. It was good for the budget, and it really lightened up the space. And this is just a bit of the paint work that you see being done here. I try as much as possible to cut in. It saves time on prep work and just makes you an all-around better painter. So I'm just about done, and here you'll see I am putting on my final coat of poly just before I head out the door. Some of you will notice that the light switches do not have their covers on them, but I should get that taken care of tomorrow. So from beginning to end, we installed new countertops, new floors, new backsplash, replaced all the cabinet doors with new shaker style doors that you see here. We replaced the sink. We also replaced the track lighting system and painted everything. So pretty thorough job. It was small and we kept to the budget, but it made a dramatic change to the overall feel of the house, and I think everyone's pretty happy about it.